Hey guys, I have a battle here with Irontinistic from the TPX chat, and he also has a YouTube, and this is a standard match, so let's get started. Alright, so I lead with my Bomb Bug, which is a clever name for a fortress, you'll see probably why. He leads with Mienshu, which is kind of annoying. He just goes for a high jump kick, I guess because he doesn't think that his fake out will do anything to fortress. And he's probably right because of the leftovers. And I set up the stealth rocks, and now I kind of want to set up the spikes. He goes, and I know I can live another high jump kick. He ends up missing, which is great for me, because now I figure, you know what? I'm going to try to kill this thing, because I already got stealth rocks and spikes up, so that's pretty nice entry hazards. The second layer of spikes isn't quite as important as the first layer, so I'm just going to try to kill something. And then he switches, which is great, because I thought I'd be killing Mienshu, but he ends up going out into this thing, which is one of the electric flying genie that's really annoying, and I get it with an explosion. So that's why I call it Bomb Bug. And that's pretty nice because that thing was going to be a pain if it survives. So here he goes into Kareem, and I'm going to go out into my Raikou, my Shocker, and I'm really not comfortable, and because I know that most Kyurems I see are scarfed, so I want to switch. I go out into Galad, my Galade, which I call Glenn, from Chrono Trigger. Another Chrono Trigger reference, oh yeah. Because normally I see that they're special, but this one's actually physical, so that kind of sucks. And then he gets a crit off an Outrage, which sucks even more because I'm going to lose Galade, and that sucks. Oh well. So I go out into my Heracross because this thing is either scarfed or banded, and if it's banded I can outspeed because I'm scarfed as well, and if it's scarfed I'm pretty sure I can take one Outrage, and I do take it, so that's pretty nice. Get off the close combat, and that will obviously KO the Karoom, which is great because a Choice Scarf Karoom is just an annoying thing to let wander around for too long, and it is defeated, and that's awesome. So anyway, now he goes out into his Jirachi, and we had a battle before this that he used a Jirachi named Broken. That one wasn't so good. I think it ended in a 6-0 in my favor. But, yeah, we had a battle before this, so I know from that battle this is a Choice Scarf Jirachi. So, at least I think it's a Choice Scarf Jirachi, unless he has two Jirachi with the same name. So I decided to go out into Shocker because I kind of think he's just going to go for the Iron Head, and that's pretty nice for me because he does go for the Iron Head. And since I resist that, I know I can take them until I can get a sub off, so that's what I want to do. He ends up not getting a single flinch, so that's pretty bad for him, but I do get the sub, and I know that I think my sub can probably take at least one Iron Head, so that's pretty nice. I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt to get damage. He ends up going into Mienshu, which is good for me because that's a KO. Raikou has some nice special attack, and that is a dead Mienshu because it doesn't really have that good defenses. So I have a sub, and I'm looking pretty nice. So he goes out here into Reuniclus, and that's kind of annoying. I go for a Thunderbolt because I know I really can't win a Calm Mind War with this thing, so I'm just going to wait for him to break my sub. He ends up going for the Psychic, and my Thunderbolt doesn't do too much. He said this was a especially bulky one after the battle, so yeah, that makes sense because my Thunderbolt really didn't do much at all. So I go to my Houndoom, predicting another Psychic, and I got it because I'm awesome. And I go for a Dark Pulse, and well, let's take a look. I get a crit. And I'm not really sure if that crit mattered. I mean, it is a Stab, Life Orb, Dark Pulse coming from a Houndoom, which has pretty nice special attack, so I really don't know if that crit mattered. If it did, I am sorry. But I am able to take it out, so that's pretty nice. He ends up going out into Jirachi, and he locks himself into Iron Head, but I don't think he... I mean, if I just don't get a flinch, I can kill this thing with Flamethrower, so that's what I'm going to try to do. He only gets a single flinch, so he wasn't too lucky this time with his broken Jirachi. Because, yeah, I take it out with Flamethrower, and my Houndoom is just dooming his team. Anyway, so he goes out on a Rotom now, his Rotom Wash. I think this is his last guy. I decided just to stay in, try to get damage with Dark Pulse, but he ends up outspeeding and killing me. And, yeah, I'm kind of suspecting it's Scarfed, but I can't really remember if I run max speed on my Houndoom or not, so I decided just to go out into Dragonite because this is my bulky Dragonite. It's actually bulky in the special defenses, so I'm pretty confident no matter what kind of Rotom this is, I can get off a Dragon Dance and probably own its face off. He goes for another Thunderbolt. It does nothing. I think that's because of multi-scales at full HP. And then he goes for another Thunderbolt, so because he outspeeds me, I know for sure this thing is Scarfed. He gets a crit, which I survive, and that is awesome. Freaking Dragonite is pro. Unfortunately, I go for a Dragon Claw, and that doesn't kill, so that kind of sucks, and I'm just going to lose Dragonite. But now that I know for 100% this thing's Scarfed, I'm just going to go out into Raikou, who obviously resists the Thunderbolt and can take it, and I will just KO him back with a Thunderbolt of my own. So that was a fun game, Irontinistic. Yeah, I got to use quite a few interesting new Pokemon, and it was a blast. So, yeah. Anyway, so let me think. I guess I should say the question of the day. Time to think, time to think. Alright, since I used 2 Bug-type Pokemon in this battle, which is my favorite type, I'm going to ask, what is your favorite Pokemon type? And yeah, I'm probably going to be reusing some of my Gen 4 question of the days, because, you know, Gen 5 might change people's opinions, and I'm starting to run out of ideas. So, yeah, I didn't ask this question in Gen 5 yet. At least I don't think I did. If I did, I'm really sorry. But, yeah, leave a comment about your favorite type. Mine is Bug. I used 2 of them in this battle, which is pretty nice. I love my Bug-type Pokemons. I'll probably use more in the future, because they're pretty awesome. And there's actually some new Bug-type Pokemon in the new generation I kind of want to try out. Hee hee hee. Alright, but anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Alright, peace.